Today is the day, boys. The big fight is finally here. Look at this art, dude. Look at this. Oh my god, I'm so pumped and so hyped. This is just the raw. We don't have translations yet, but I had to make a video on my initial thoughts because the art and the combat is so ridiculously hype. We got everything we wanted, and it's beautiful. Blast in this chapter is just a total Chad. Like, he shows us more abilities. The art is off the dang scale, and he just seems invincible. Like, Blast is so strong. He like really nailed Empty Void, like really bad, but I think this fight is just getting started. So I wanted to just make a quick video about my initial thoughts because this is the chapter that we have been waiting for literally an entire year between the redraws and the breaks and everything, and we have been hyped up and waiting for this big fight, and it's finally here today. And on the cover page we have Empty Void with double swords and just a super cool pose, and the very first panel we get is just this super sexy shot of Blast punching Empty Void in the face with gravity knuckle and then like pushing it through. Empty Void tries to attack him with this double sword slash, but Blast jumps over him and then like puts these like black hole weights kind of like on Empty Void's wrists, which suck him into the ground, and then you see this like giant crater form. Look at Blast's face here, man. Just such a Chad. Like, bro, you stand no chance against me, Empty Void. I love that he just grabs his wrist and he's smiling and he's like, get effed, and just slams down Empty Void, like locks him onto the ground. You know, it's interesting because Empty Void was so hyped up building up into this fight, and he doesn't do any damage to Blast in this chapter. Blast just showing off in this chapter, but the fight is not over. I truly believe this is just like the first of many chapters coming for this super fight, because I also believe that Empty Void, like, he might need to transform. We did see like one image of him in space with his double swords, and it looked like he had this like different face, like a bird face almost. It kind of looks different than this, so I have a feeling he could transform. So look at this. While his hands are locked down, he's somehow able to create like the Homeless Emperor orbs that are insanely powerful and shoots them at Blast. But Blast is able to create like these counter black hole projectiles as like a shield, and it literally just stops and deflects all of the Homeless Emperor orbs that are flying in at Blast. Like, this guy, how do you hurt him? I mean, have we ever seen Blast like actually take damage? I mean, it just seems like he has everything. He's so godly. I mean, this art is ridiculous, man. All like how, like, there's so much going on, but it's so clearly digestible with your eyes. Just unimaginably good artwork. I love this. Look at this shot of Blast. The contrast with the darks and the lights, the way Murata does this, it's so next level. I mean, the images pop like crazy. The character feels so powerful and godly. Like, it's amazing, man. This is, oh, I'm so pumped. Like, I know we don't have the translations yet, but I had to make a video giving my initial thoughts because this is just too good. And so Blast sitting here, I don't know what he's saying. You're finished. I can kill you here. It appears that he puts another one of these black hole weights on Empty Void's chest, and at this point he's like completely locked down. And so it almost seems like, geez, the fight is over, but Sonic tries to kill Empty Void while he's like frozen on the ground. Two kunai head towards Empty Void's head, and those may have killed him. So Blast kicks him away because he needs Empty Void. He wants to revert him back to a regular human because Empty Void is the only one on Earth that has the ability to access the gate of the Celestial Rock Cave where God is imprisoned. And so he literally just saved Empty Void. Like, he's not trying to kill him. So keep that in mind. Even though Blast is winning this fight like crazy, he's not trying to kill Empty Void. And I think he scolds Sonic here, but Sonic's like, whatever, I want him dead. But you see Empty Void now, he's able to like suck in and breathe in the black hole weights that are on his chest and his wrists, and he's able to break free. So he teleports himself outside of reality. Blast notices and tries to shoot some more black hole grips on him, but it doesn't work, and he's not able to stop Empty Void, who is able to go outside of the dimension of Earth, and Blast notices that Dimension Slash is coming. You can see this massive explosion, and we get the final page of the chapter, which is the Dimension Slash just cutting through the Earth. But we can see here that Blast saved Flashy Flash and Sonic from that attack. So absolutely beautiful chapter, man. I've gone back and through this like 5 times already. Just the art and the combat is so insanely good, man. This is everything I wanted from this fight. I would have liked to see Empty Void be more of a threat, but again, I think this is just the warm-up chapter to introduce the combat, and I think Empty Void is either going to transform, or maybe he'll take Sonic and Flashy Flash hostage. I could see, it appears that, you know, Blast is trying to keep everybody alive, Sonic, Flash, and Empty Void, and that could cause problems and potentially put Blast in a bad spot if Empty Void is able to, you know, take one of those guys hostage. And, you know, we also got a brand new webcomic chapter, which is Child Emperor versus Beaufoy, and we may be getting more information on the Mad Cyborg, so I'll be talking about that video probably tomorrow, and or maybe the translated version of this. I had to make this initial reaction video because this is what we've been waiting for. This is too hype, man. Like, I can't get enough Blast. This character is just too well written and too cool, and I love watching him fight. Everything about him is amazing, and the thing is, we've never seen him take damage. You know, he does have a scar on his face and some scratches on his armor. Was that from Empty Void or God? I'm not sure, but you know, out of all the times we've seen him fight, we've never seen Blast really take damage. I mean, even versus Garo, he was able to deflect all the attacks, and against Empty Void, Blast just dodged it all. So Blast seems to really have the upper hand here, and that's a little bit surprising to me, because Empty Void was so hyped up for so long in this manga that you were thinking that he would be stronger than God Garo, and he was going to really give Blast a big fight. I mean, Blast even said that Empty Void has been training and getting stronger, and don't worry though, I have a trump card up my sleeve. So this fight should escalate and get crazier and crazier, where Blast and Empty Void will be unleashing more and more techniques, which, oh my god, it's going to be so amazing to see Blast go all out. And I think Empty Void may even transform, and there is a possibility that Blast loses and Saitama has to come in. So perhaps this little side story will kind of lead us like into the webcomic where Saitama was the one that ended up fighting Empty Void, and you know, maybe we'll get to see that. But a lot of amazing and interesting things could happen here, and this chapter was just too perfect, man. Like, this is everything I wanted. Of course I want it longer, but I'm a very happy fan getting anything like this. The contrast and the combat is perfect. Watching Blast go all out is, well, maybe not all out, but watching Blast kick butt is perfect. Look at that smile, man. I love this shot right here. Like, this shot is just, it's like the second page, man, and this shot of Blast, oh my god, I love it so much. But yeah, obviously we'll get the translations. There's not a lot of text here. I'm sure there'll be some important pieces of information, but it's mostly combat, which is great. And Murata did it justice for sure. I love this. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments below. I'm so happy we're finally back to some really interesting super fights here in the One Punch Man manga, and I have a lot of videos to make now. I got to do the translated video for this and the new webcomic video, so lots of information, lots of videos coming. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you for the translated chapter and the webcomic this week.